I thought the ACT was pretty easy, personally. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm smart, doubt it though. Or maybe I just thought I knew the answers when I didn't. But then again, maybe I did know the answers, but I thought it was easy. Actually, no, I'm not going to say it was easy. I thought it was right about average. You know, it wasn't a hard test, but it wasn't an easy test, I guess. So it was about moderate, but still. I think I did alright on it. I'll have to let you guys know the scores once I get them back. And I'm sure I will, but yeah, until then, I don't know what I got. Obviously. Alright. So, what am I going to do the rest of the day? I don't know. I don't know whatsoever. Maybe, no. I don't know. You're just along for the ride, so it doesn't matter. You have no word in what I do, okay? So don't try. Don't try telling me what to do, because I do what I want, and you're just here to enjoy the ride, because that's what I am. Enjoyable. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Ha! Whoa! Whoa! Ha! Yeah. I just put on my cool face, because that's what I am. Cool. Yeah. No. 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 Nope. Absolutely not. Going 35. Going 35, and I just passed a copper dude in a 30. I think I'm alright. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be pulling out. Yes! I did it! I broke the law in front of the law enforcers. If I was a cop, I'd be a jerk. I'd pull people over for going 2 over. The speed limit is the speed limit, not the speed around their limit. I'd be a jerk. Oh, well, that's why I'm not a cop. That's why I'm not going to be a cop. That's why I don't plan on being a cop. That's why there's no cops in my household. I guess it kind of makes sense. I'm going to do something with video. Whether it's major motion picture, which it was at one point, but now I'm not sure. I mean, I still want to. Yeah, definitely want to. Definitely. If the opportunity comes. But if something comes up with YouTube, heck yes, I'm taking YouTube, man. I am so YouTube faithful. No matter what happens to YouTube, I will always be a part of YouTube every single day of my life. Which I'm going to go do right now. I'm going to go home and get on YouTube and see my updates on my basketball shot channel. Links in my underlones. I'm not going to talk about it or anything, but links in my underlones for my basketball shot channel, so check that out. Alright, I'll give you guys a brief run through of my life. Growing up as a kid, I know it sounds really conceited or stuff, but I was the most athletic kid you'd ever met, ever. I was so fast. I was the fastest kid in school, all the way up to 6th grade. I mean, I was just incredible compared to everybody else. Then 6th grade, I started getting a lot fatter, and kids started getting more athletic, you know, and so they started catching up to me and everything. But I've always been an athletic person, an incredibly athletic person. And so I've always been really good at sports. And so I played every sport growing up, you know. My dad had a rule where I couldn't play city league football. And so I could only play football when I got into, in school, where I was in a high enough grade to play. Which around here it's 6th grade, I believe. No, 7th grade. Yeah, you can't play football until 7th grade. So, I played every sport except for football, and then football got 7th grade, and I don't know, I wasn't very good, because everybody else is in the city league, and I wasn't, so, alright, hold on, I'm gonna start riding my skateboard again. Okay, downhill. Okay, so, yeah, everybody was, better than me, but, being myself, I went hard, and by 9th grade year, I was pretty good in my mind. I was really athletic compared to everybody else again, doing good at football and everything. But So freshman year though, 9th grade year, freshman year, we had finished the season. I didn't play at all. It didn't bother me at all. But we had just finished the season and we were doing like off-season drills, you know, like cone drills and stuff. And when we were doing a drill, I messed up my knee really bad. Like I tore my meniscus. And so that ended up having to have surgery and everything. So that put me out really bad for a while, like all summer. And so since I didn't practice all summer, I wasn't able to play my sophomore year. So my sophomore year I sat out, and my brothers had quit the team, and they quit. I have 2 older brothers. They're twins. Okay, getting another uphill, so I'm getting off. They both quit the football team, not for cheerleading, but they quit for different reasons. Well, Casey, the bigger one, he quit for cheerleading because he knew he could get a scholarship off of it. And so which he did. He got a full ride scholarship to a major university, top in the nation on cheerleading. So anyways, Kyle quit because I guess I haven't told you about my family. Oh well, you guys will live for now. Just understand I got a brother named Casey and a brother named Kyle. Casey's the bigger one, he's the better at cheerleading. Kyle quit football because his ankles couldn't handle it. And he was literally twisting ankles every week. And so he quit and then ended up going to cheerleading and do really good at it. He didn't get a scholarship or anything, but anyways. So they both quit the football team and for my sophomore year. And I wasn't eligible to play. So right then, coaches hate me. Coaches hate me because my brothers quit. So I didn't play at all sophomore year because of the injury. But I did pretty good over that summer. But the coaches still wouldn't let me play that junior year, just because my brothers had quit and they didn't like me as a team, you know, or like me on the team. But I gave no reason to kick me off, and so for the most part I kept pretty healthy. I did get 2 high ankle sprains in that time, which really sucked. Which I got one over the sophomore year, and then I got 2 over my junior year. So it was actually 3 high ankle sprains. And so that really did not help me junior year, but they were starting to, like towards the end of the junior year, I was still a punter. And so, you know, I wasn't even that good at it, but I was really big. After my sophomore year going into my junior year, I exploded. I was so strong and I grew like 6 inches. And so at the end of my junior year, I was like, man, I want to do something else rather than punting. And so, you know, one of the coaches was just really starting to recognize how big I was getting, and he was like, you know, is there anything else you can play other than punter? I was like, yes, I've been looking to play something else. And he was the running back coach. And so he asked me to come play running back. And so I did. And by the second day, I was already doing better, outrunning, outperforming every other running back. And I was just straight up poning everybody, taking positions. And so I was really working hard during spring, the end of my junior year. Spring season came up, and I'm doing practices, and halfway through practice of spring season, I get a concussion from playing running back. Major concussion, memory loss, all that stuff. Alright guys, another downhill, so skateboard. So yeah, major concussion. So that put me out for the spring game. So I did not get to play in the spring game like I was going to. I was getting a lot of playing time. And at that point in life, I was sitting there and I was just like, you know, I've been injured, and they're not just small injuries, they're like major injuries. And so, I don't know, I decided to quit playing football. And so, you know, I didn't want to. I really didn't want to, because I'm not a quitter. That's just how I am. I don't quit anything. But I had to quit because the injuries were just getting too bad, and my body was literally falling apart. I'm 18 years old, and it's falling apart, and it's just not right. So I quit football, and as soon as I did, I started putting on some weight. I really have. I've gotten a lot fatter. A frog! A frog! I love frogs. I love frogs. Where are you running?
Where you running? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. I got it. Have my frogs. Alright, let's get you out of the road. Let's put you in the grass. There you go. Enjoy. Bye. Bye. Yep. I'm on a slide. I'm at a small playground. And I was sitting here and I was just kind of remembering my childhood. And so I felt inspired to talk to you guys briefly, have a heart-to-heart with you again. And this heart-to-heart, it's kind of weird, and it can be really touchy. But I'm just gonna go and say it anyways. Childhood. Who am I? I'm an 18-year-old kid. What do I know about people's lives? Who am I to give advice? Well, I've gone through a lot. I know we all have, and I've learned a lot, and I'm at the age now where there's not much more to learn. So, I feel I'm just as qualified as anybody else. But, what I just wanted to say is, childhood is a great thing. And you guys just never forget your childhood. Whether it was good or bad. Childhood is there for a reason. It's so you learn. And if you forget about it, what have you learned? You didn't learn anything. This is where it gets touchy. Some people might have really bad childhoods. You may have parents that beat you, or older brothers that beat you up, or just things that are unspeakable. And for those, I just want to say I love you guys. You guys are extremely strong, and I really look up to you. But even with the childhood like that, you should never forget it. You should always remember, always not necessarily dwell on it, but learn from it. Now, what do I mean by that? If you had a bad childhood, let it teach you what not to be when you grow up. Don't just push it aside and act like it never happened, because it did, to teach you what not to be. And so, like I said, don't dwell on it, but just look at it and learn from it on what not to be in a person. And just really dig deep and find the happy moments in life that you had as a child, because they're there. You can think back and think you had the worst childhood ever, but you still had fun parts of it. So always remember those fun parts. Learn from the bad parts. I know I had a pretty good childhood. I had it rough sometimes. I had parents that were constantly making me work, but look at me now. I've got a great work ethic, and that's what they were trying to teach me. And I think they did a great job. They did great parenting. And I love my parents for that. But love your parents too. Even if they were mean to you. Just love them for making you who you are today. Because you really are them. You're who you are because of them. And don't hate your parents. Love them. They brought you into this earth. And it doesn't matter what they did, or what they have done, or what they're going to do. Just forgive and forget, Love one another. So, it's a little touchy, I know. I think it's pretty deep. But it's just something that I think everybody should know. Just love everybody. And remember the good parts of your childhood. And don't let it define you. Don't let your childhood define you, but let it teach you and make you who you are. It's kind of weird what I just said, but don't become who you are because of your childhood. Learn from your childhood and then become who you are. So those are my words of advice, I guess. And take it or leave it, but I put it there for everyone because I love you guys, and I wish you all happiness in life. I really do. That's all I aim for. And that's all I aim to give to other people, is happiness. And so I hope to do that for you. So, alright guys, I'm going to go. I love you. Bye.